ワールドシリーズ第1戦は、日本時間25日にロジャーズセンターで行われ、ブルージェイズが11対4でドジャースに勝利しました。大谷翔平は1番指名打者で先発出場し、試合開始から敵地ならではの厳しい空気にさらされます。スタンドからは、お前はいらないの合唱が響き、打席に入るたびにブーイング、アウトになると大歓声が起きるなど、徹底したアウェーの圧力が続きました。それでも大谷は意地を見せます。2対11と大差で迎えた7回1死1塁、シバンテ・フィッシャーの変化球を強振し、ライト席へ運ぶ一発を放ちました。打球速度は 103.7 マイル、約 166.9 キロ。飛距離は357フィート、約109メートル。場内は一瞬静まり返り、直後に再び大ブーイングが巻き起こりました。米フォックス中継では、実況のジョー・デイビス氏が、空をひっかくような雄大な本塁打と興奮気味に伝え、甘い球を見逃しませんでしたと評価しました。解説のジョン・スモルツ氏も、偉大な打者相手にはやってはいけませんと投球ミスを指摘しています。これらの模様を日本語字幕付きでご紹介します。
Yeah, that was fun. Shohei's trying for another one of these, and he seems so relaxed, even when we were talking off camera. And, you know, Poppy, I wanted to ask you something, because it's something that didn't make the piece. I asked him if Shohei the pitcher faced Shohei the hitter, what would the result be? He said, well, the first at-bat, I think the pitcher would probably get it. But if it went to the third or fourth at-bat, I think Shohei the hitter would get him. I know you love that comment.
I love that line, Kevin. Let me tell you. He knows he's in a stud in baseball. And his confidence level based on that go to a whole totally different dimension. He knows he's the best player in this sport. He might be, to me, he got to be in my top 5 best athletes. And let me tell you why. People sometimes don't realize how difficult it is to do what he does, pitching and hitting. It's a tough thing to do. So, being said, he's the type of guy who create a competition with himself. That's why I give you the answer, Kevin.
You know what? This is really the first time we get to see a full Shohei Ohtani on this stage. Like, even last year in the World Series, he hurt his shoulder in Game 2. He wasn't healthy. Now, not only is he hitting, he gets a chance to pitch as well. And you know, this guy always seems to rise to the occasion. Right? All eyes are on him. He comes up in the big moments. And I'm just happy that the entire world gets to see this version of Shohei.
Yeah, and KB, what a great piece. I really enjoyed that. You guys are making an annual thing. But look, number one, he's the greatest free agent signing in the history of the sport. And for our friends at home, if you didn't get an opportunity to watch the great Babe Ruth, well, here's your chance. You get to watch Babe Ohtani tonight. And if I was y'all, just like us, I would be glued to that television, because you'll see something in this series that you've never seen before and you'll never see again.
How about the fact that he wasn't satisfied with that Game 4? He thought he could have done better. I was like, what?
I love it. I love it. That's how you prove as a player. You're never content with what you did. But one thing we haven't mentioned, how about everyone in Toronto thinking that Ohtani was going to sign here? So just imagine if he was here, what this series would look like.
Kevin, that's happened when you are the Superman of a sport. He never is pleased with the job that he does, because he knows he's better than that.
And no disrespect to cricket or soccer, they're global sports. The biggest and the most recognizable athlete on the planet is Shohei Ohtani.
That's something that was going to be the headline in the New York Post tomorrow. A-Rod disrespects cricket.
I love cricket.
We got the World Series tonight. It's Game 1. Prediction time, Derek. What do you got for us, my man?
I'm going with, this is my favorite part. I'm going with the experience of the Los Angeles Dodgers to win this series in 6 games, but they can't let Toronto get any games early on.
My heart says Toronto, but I'm going to go with my brains here. I'm going to go Dodgers in 7. Too strong pitching, too deep, too much experience.
I love my boy Mookie. He got about what, like 3 rings? I love my people in LA. You guys know that I love you guys, but I got to tell you, I got to cheer for my boy Vladdy this one time. So I got the Blue Jays in 7.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Canada to you. I remember back December 2023, there were whispers. He was interested. It could be a match. How close were they, John, to getting that done? Were they?
Yeah, you know, at the time, they felt they were pretty close. They thought they had a chance. They were told by the representative that they were in the final 2. So if you're in the final two, you figure you got a chance. Now, they didn't pay attention to the flight situation, which, I mean, that really was real. There was somebody going from Orange County to Toronto. It seemed like it was somewhat evidence. There was obviously the Yusei Kikuchi alleged sushi dinner. There was a lot of little hints for the public to think that actually Toronto could get it, but the Jays people felt that they really had a legitimate shot. We'll never know whether they do or did or not. Shohei certainly just said that it's unfortunate. I can only pick one team. He's very polite, if anything. People feel that in the end, he wants to stay in Southern California. He's going to the team with the hugest payroll. Certainly, Toronto was going to pay big, too. He's standing. Toronto was going to pay big, too. We know they signed Guerrero. They went after Soto. They told him we're going big, and he certainly was buying it to a degree. Whether there was a real chance, we'll probably never know that. There was a lot of pull to stay in Southern California with a marquee franchise.
Did you think it was a foregone conclusion it was the Dodgers for him all along?
Yeah, yes and no, but I could understand the allure here. I remember people talking about, obviously, him owning Japan, and then he's already owned the United States. Did he want to take down Canada with it? So I could understand the allure of coming here if they were willing to back it up, but no, it makes perfect sense that he's...
We've talked a lot off the top over the Dodgers and their fiscal dominance. Are you a fan of the super team? Like having, you went through it too. You were a super team. Yankees were a super team. Red Sox. Are you a fan of that? Do you like more parity? What do you like?
Well, baseball has shown that the super teams don't guarantee success in the World Series. This is going to be the first time since the Yankees. I'll tell you, it does look pretty laughable when you assemble how great they are. And that's the difference. They're great, and they've made a lot of big investments in great players. Now, the question will be, can that greatness and that Ohtani contract, which might go down as the greatest contract ever, if it gets them 2 championships right away, I mean, everything else is icing on the cake.
Yeah, and 30 years from now, it's like, wait, we owe you $68 million this year? Like, they got to pay him eventually, right?
They do. They do, but on the back end from a lot of this endorsements, I think they're doing okay.
Seems like a win-win.
I want to say this about the Los Angeles Dodgers, though. The narrative would be totally different. Remember last year they were down 2-0 to the San Diego Padres?
Oh, yeah.
They have changed their culture from then. The players do a players-only plane, players-only bus, players-only dinner. They said the heck with the narrative of what's going to be written about us. And I think that's why they're calm, they're confident, and they think they're going to win the championship 2 years in a row.
Shohei in this game 0 for 3 and has struck out twice. They're going to see someone equally as nasty from the right side tomorrow with the Dodgers, Yamamoto. So what they did to Snell, they're going to try to do to the great righty. Left it there, hit in the air to right field. Back it goes, and it's gone. Yeah. Sky scraping home run from Shohei Ohtani. Left it over the plate, and Ohtani didn't miss. Just can't do that to a great hitter. That's the fastest run around the bases I've ever seen. Right on the heels of Tommy Edman. 4th home run the last 2 games for Ohtani, and it's 11-4. Could just see it coming, and it rolled right there perfectly for him, and that swing has been done a lot this year. Is that over 60 now? That is 61. Okay.
Here's Shohei Ohtani. And Ohtani offensively tonight has looked like the Shohei we saw up until, between the first game of the wild card series and the final game of the NLCS. He is 0 for 3 and he has struck out twice. The 1-2 pitch. And Ohtani, skies one high in the air, deep right field, carrying back. This ball is out of here. Shohei Ohtani with a 2-run home run. And the Dodgers get a pair back. It's now 11-4. The deficit is now 7. And Ohtani, I don't know if he didn't realize that ball was gone. He nearly caught up to Tommy Edman rounding the bases.
Breaking ball really over the big part of the plate. Even though Ohtani hit it a little bit towards the end of the bat, powerful enough to hit it out.
It's been a weird postseason for Shohei Ohtani. 2 amazing games, a 2-homer game in the wild card round against Cincinnati, and then that awesome clincher in the NLCS where he hit 3 homers and pitched. up and in. Ohtani ducks his head back out of the way somewhat dramatically on the cutter. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. The weird thing for Ohtani is outside of those games, he's hardly produced at all. He's hitting 205 in the postseason total, but the homers have him at a 905 OPS. Kick in the 1-2 again. And it's lifted out to right field. Barger's out there now. He's backing up toward the fence, looking up, and that ball is gone. Home run, Shohei Ohtani caught a hanging curve for his 6th homer of the postseason. It's 11-4 for the Blue Jays in the top of the 7th.
That just shows the power of Shohei Ohtani. He didn't get that really at all. I think he got it off the end of the bat just a little bit, but he was able to get it out of here just beyond that tall right field fence. I mean, that's pretty incredible. He was out in front of it, and he was still able to get it out of here for a 2-run home run.
John, further on the crowd in the 9th with Ohtani up, were you able to make out that, whether it was "we don't need him" or "we don't need you" chant? And how do you feel about the crowd getting involved there?
I just wanted to get the third out. You know, I love energetic fan bases. It happens in different ways and shapes and forms in every stadium. We saw it just the last series in Seattle. You know, kind of heard it, but you know, it's tough to talk about a player like that. To be honest with you, you know, he's special. I'm glad that, you know, the home run that he hit came when it came, and we had a little cushion. But I love that our fans are passionate about our team.
You strike out Ohtani to start Game 1 of the World Series. How surreal is that? Like, how do you feel about that?
I mean, it's my goal to go out there and strike out everybody I face. So being able to start off the game on a hot note was definitely a boost in my confidence. But I mean, it was cool. It was really cool.